So this sounds great, right? Okay, the problem is this. The problem is what happened after I established the program. The first one that happened was, okay, I was fired. They said, get out of here. Okay? Second of all, the teachers, the parents, the students were all happy to see me go. They were like, get out of here. We never want to see you again. The third thing that happened was I did come to Beijing and set up a new program that was very similar to this, okay? But after that, after 4 years of doing this and being very successful at this, I was never allowed to set up another program again. No one wanted me to work in management again, okay? So even though I was successful, even though I worked really hard, even though I was innovative, even though I set up really the best study abroad program in all of China, I was the first, everyone else copied me afterwards, I was fired, no one wanted me to stay, and I was not allowed to do this ever again. Why? Okay? Well, the reason is this. When I was doing this, the word that everyone used to describe me was not reformer, not visionary, not idealist, not dreamer, but dictator. Okay? Or another word that they used that was more common was, this guy's an asshole, okay? This guy's a complete asshole. Why? Because I insisted on fairness. Okay? I don't care who you are. I don't care who your parents are. I want you to work hard and learn. And as you can imagine, that pissed off a lot of powerful people. Because that's not how the game is played in China. Okay? It's actually not how this game is played anywhere in the world. The game is not fair. The game is established by stakeholders. And they play the game according to their interests. Okay? So, let's go over what happened. All right? Okay, so I understand that there are stakeholders. And the stakeholders in game theory are just the players. Okay, the players. And who are the players? Well, you have the students. You have the parents. You have the teachers. You have the administrators, okay, the school leaders. You have the government. Okay? And then you have the colleges. Okay, the colleges are the US colleges where I'm trying to send my students. Okay, so these are the players in the game. And if you want to understand game theory, you need to understand the motivations and interests of all the different players. That tells you why or how they will behave the way they do. Okay, so look, so here is my original understanding of the players, which was clearly wrong, okay, because I got fired. All right, so the students wanted to love to learn, get into Ivy League, and be the best, okay? So I thought the students, what their motivation was to be the best possible person, to work hard, to love learning, to be famous, to get an Ivy League, okay? Clearly this is wrong, okay? But I'm saying back then what my thinking was. The parents, well, the parents wanted successful kids who were independent, okay, independent. And they wanted face, right? So they want their kids to get into the Ivy League. All right? Teachers. Well, teachers wanted to do a good job, right? They want to teach students. They love teaching. They love students. They just want to be given the space and the opportunity to teach what their passion is. Okay? Administrators. Administrators, I really didn't like administrators, so I just thought they just wanted good results. Okay, that's all. Good results. As long as I provided good results, they're happy. Okay, the government, they wanted innovation, they wanted good workers. They want they want technology. Okay, they want a strong China. Colleges wanted the best possible potential. Okay, they wanted students who will be the leaders of the future. Okay, so 2008, when I set the program, this was my assumptions about who the players were and what motivated them. Okay, clearly, I was wrong about who they were. Okay, so let's go over again. Let's now do an analysis of what they really want. Okay, and the easy answer is that in game theory, all the players, what they're motivated in is by achieving the best possible results by doing the least amount of work possible. Okay? Just remember that. That's a principle here. Everyone wants to achieve the best results by doing the least amount of work possible. People are lazy and people are greedy. It's that simple, guys. Okay? So students, they want to get in the Ivy League, but they didn't want to work hard to get in the Ivy League. They wanted to do as little work as possible. And if it meant they had to work hard to get in the Ivy League, they were like, I don't want to get in the Ivy League then. I'll just get into another school, because who cares, okay? The best possible result, least possible work. Parents are like, yeah, I can have my kid work hard, but what's important is for me to control my kid, right? Because only I know how to ensure my kid succeeds. So I don't want my kids to think critically or be independent. I want my kids to obey me. Now teachers are like, listen, this is a job, man. Okay, I have kids. I don't want to work hard. I just want to come to school, do what I'm supposed to do what is minimally required of me to collect my salary, and then go home. I don't want to teach my passion because I don't have any passion. Okay, administrators are like, oh my God. What's important is for me to make sure the powerful parents are happy. I don't care about everyone else. I don't care about poor parents. I don't care about middle-class parents. As long as the parents who are powerful are happy, I can keep my job, right? The government is like, you know what? I don't want innovation in this country. Even though I say I want it because I don't want problems in life, okay? I just want things to just stay the way they are and everyone's happy. Okay? So now we understand what happened. All right? All right, so now what I will show you is this. I will show you how a game is constructed. A game is constructed when all the different players agree on the rules and incentives of the game. All right? I was an outsider. I was not a player. I came in to construct a game in which I felt that students would thrive, and they did thrive. But that's not what they want. Okay? They want to have control over the game. And if they lose control, well, they call you, the outsider, an asshole. Okay? All right, so let's do this again and objectively think about what the interests and motivations of each player are. And when their interests converge, that's the game they play. All right? So you have students, parents, teachers, leaders, school administrators, and then the colleges. Okay? Another thing that you have to do in game theory that's very important is you have to rank the power of each player. Yeah, you have a question?
The government?
Excuse me? The government, yes. Sorry. You're right. I forgot about the government. Okay, and the government. Okay. Another thing that you have to do in game theory is you have to rank the importance of the players. Okay, so not all players are equal. So in this game theory, even though there are students, and students are the majority, students actually don't matter. Okay? What students actually think and want don't actually matter. What matters, of course, are the parents, because the parents pay to play in this game, and parents can cause a lot of problems if they don't get what they want, okay? So the most important are the parents. Then you have the teachers. Why? Because the teachers are the ones who are implementing the rules of the game. Okay? The way that teachers behave determines how this game is played. And then these two are the most important, okay? Then maybe you have administrators as well, but they're not as important as the parents and the teachers. The government doesn't really matter because they don't really care, right? It's one school among thousands. Who cares what the school does as long as it doesn't cause me any problems? The colleges don't care either. They say they want really passionate students who are curious, who are imaginative from China. They don't care, okay? For them, it's just business. They just want students who are willing to pay money to get a crappy education in America, all right? So the costs don't really matter. They'll take anyone who's willing to pay. And the Ivy League, yeah, everyone's getting the Ivy League, but who do the Ivy League want? They want people who are to be successful in life, right? And who are these people? Not the best students. These are people from powerful families. Okay, so this game is rigged, right? They have all this talk about, we want the best motivated students, we want peer students who are curious, who are passionate. It's all nonsense, okay? That's not how the game is played. So the cards don't really matter either. Okay, so these are the three major players: the parents, the teachers, the administrators, students, government, colleges. They